Where am I? Like, wow, Alexis, you finally came back. Whoa, Nikki, why are you so different? Well, because of the plastic surgery I got after the public domain thing, this is what I look like now. Really? Yep. And I was so huge. Okay then, but I don't know if I've been reviewing stuff. You've been gone for like 5 months, man. Oh, now what? Well, obviously, you missed out a lot of movies, man. You missed The Hunger Games, you missed Wish, and then Wonka, no. And then there was also, Migration, no. Madam Web, that ain't a huge loss. I didn't make it right. Come on. Well, at least you still have time for one of them, but at least we have Dune. Oh, yeah. Well, at least we can do that. Yeah. Well, now it's time for you to do the review. Yeah. I'll just go be prepared now. Okay, let's go. Alright. Thanks, Mickey. At least the camera's here. At least I get to start some review. Anyways, well, I'm back. It's been a while. I missed out a lot. So, at least we're back now. Well, for this one, I decided, you know what? We've been gone for 5 months. We might as well review the biggest movie of the year so far. And as well as Dune 2. But, one of my thoughts on the first one. Amazing. Moving on. I haven't read the books, so that's all you need to know. And I haven't seen the other two movies. So anyways, I'll just get it over with. Let's just get this started. This is my review of Dune Part 2. It's great that I get to say this again in a new look. It's the story. This can get used to, but I'm also huge, man. Listen, I won't be able to fully explain it correctly because mostly it is a long-ass movie, and that's all you need to know, so I won't be able to explain it. If anybody asking what happened in the first movie, they don't recap it, so basically you're gonna have to watch that first, because you're gonna get lost if you haven't even seen it yet. Well, here's what happens in Dune Part 2. Anyways, we went back, they're about to fly, we have the mom and then the leader, I think it was played by one guy, I think I forgot his name, I think Studio, but that was the secret name, and then we got with those guys that we saw in the end of the first movie, and then mostly we just have them join in while we have like, the guy in the tub with Drax and his nephew, moving on. You're trying to take him down, and afterwards they're trying to fight with trying to steal the sin, and then his mom gets a little bit of roughness, and then yada yada, drinks the poison, and somehow becomes like a nun for their world, but doesn't die. And then afterwards, they mostly just trying to get to the north or the south. I think that's what they meant. I think the point is to get in the south with everyone on board, and that's pretty much I can basically sum up the story. And I know there's a lot that happened in this movie, but I'm only here to explain the basics, and mostly I'm not gonna get everything correct. I'll probably just look up IMDb just to be sure if I got everything right. So anyways, what are my thoughts on the story? It is complicated at first, but I think around the second half of the movie, like nearly halfway, I think I slowly understand the story. Yeah, it is from someone that has read the book and mostly I just saw the first movie. So basically the first movie was like, it kind of explained, like, you think you can get the hang of it, but mostly in the second one you gotta understand it's gonna take longer now. So, and by that it's just mostly understanding how the world works, and mostly why they're doing it in the first place. So that's basically what the story is. But does that mean the story is bad because I really don't understand it? I say no, it's actually a great story. Yeah, and it has to do with intrigue, mostly throughout the action scenes, but mostly afterwards, that's not basically the first. I think mostly here is just, yeah, the story is great. I mean, yeah, we might as well talk about something. This isn't the end of the story, spoilers. Part 3, it's probably gonna happen because it ended up on a cliffhanger. Kind of. Well, not kind of, sort of, not really, but I think it's kind of sad for the people that saw the movie. Are we getting Dune Part 3 probably in 2026 or something, or 2027? Because it took like 3 years to actually get this one to be out. So I think that can be it. So, anyways, overall, I would probably say that yeah, this is a great story. It had an intrigue the whole time, and despite it being complicated, I was still able to follow it. Mostly around halfway through the movie, and then mostly the end of the movie. That's just why I explained that. So, overall, it's a great story. I think over time we'll see how big I can be. For me to say the visual effects will be amazing, because I'm shiny. Yeah. I think we're gonna have to get used to that. So anyways, what are my thoughts on the visual effects? Well, I would say the presentation of VFX, there wasn't that much VFX until like near the end, or the worm, I would say. But overall, I think the presentation-wise, it's actually amazing. Yeah, I don't say amazing anymore because mostly that's getting old. And mostly afterwards we're done. So afterwards we'll just talk about the visual effects, because mostly the ending with the final climax. So anyways, mostly out of all of the visual effects, I kind of liked it. But the giant spear in the end of the movie was, what the hell is that for? It just came down to earth for some reason. Well, whatever. Anyways, let's talk about the action scenes. So I think out of all the action scenes, there's a lot. There was like one and they were giant machines. They were trying to take him down, and then mostly the fight with the Empire's nephew. And then there was the one that looked the end with the when they were trying to storm into the one with the spear and the whole system with Christopher Lloyd and his empire. And no, he doesn't die, so yeah. So anyways, moving on, afterwards, yeah, that's pretty much it for the visual effects, because most of the action scenes but we're not going to talk about, I kind of forgot to mention the ending of the movie, so let's just talk about the ending of the movie, because spoilers, because how did they end us off with the cliffhanger? His nephew dies in the end, so, his nephew dies in the end, and both, also his friends are dead, or Drax is somehow still alive, so, for some reason, because we didn't see him die, must be a character, but anyways, the Wonka, Shuzi, or whatever his name was, I don't remember, but, is, trying to steal from him, and then afterwards they're trying to steal, and then we're trying to take over the land, and so we'll go into the paradise, and then they off to paradise, while Zendaya decided, fuck off, I'm out of here. So, moving on. Yeah, so overall, I would say, yeah, visual effects, action-wise, and then that's kind of teasing for part 3. So anyways, moving on, I think overall the story here is, visual effects. That's what I was trying to say, because the visual effects are great, and most of the action scenes are great, and also presentation-wise, it's mostly just sand. That was the point, because of the first, if you've seen the first movie, it's really the point of purpose, because they were stuck in the land, and they're trying to get to the north of town, which means you gotta deal with south, and sand, so much sand. We're in the desert now. So anyways, overall, I would just say this, it is actually, visual effects wise is great, and then presentation wise is just great for this movie. Maybe I'm like trying to get used to cameras, but character wise, I have fully evolved after doing this for almost 5 years, man. Times have changed. Now, keep in mind, I'm not going to remember everybody's name, okay? Because mostly, subtitles, I was just reading them, and mostly they didn't really say their names that much in the movie. So, anyways, I'm just going to start with, what are my thoughts on characters? Let's just go through all most of them individually. First up, we got is Wonka, or Stacy, or, the same actor that played Wonka in this movie. So, I would say he has completely lost it I think he lost it in the end of the movie, where he suddenly became God. People were saying, oh, he's our Lord and Savior. He's our Lord now, because the Messiah or something like that. I think that's what it was. And that's kind of like confusing, because he wasn't like that in the first movie. Well, his dad was, but, he was kind of more of kind of part of the ruler, but the mom was trying to be the ruler. But anyways, yeah, overall, I think, you went from a badass character in the beginning, to the literal, I'm the Messiah now. Yeah. I don't know why. So anyways, and we also got is the mom. She's not really in it for that long. What I guess will downgrade her, to be honest. I liked her in the first movie more than the second one, because first of all, she actually does stuff. Mostly trying to protect her. Yeah, well, and then mostly drank the poison and while she was pregnant, so she was pregnant, so I'm pretty sure the baby will actually see that in part 3. But in the second one, she drank the poison and suddenly becomes like one of those nuns that you see at churches, but I know the evil ones. It's because for some reason. And then we also got some other characters, like some the guys from the thing. Then we also got Zendaya, or Johnny, that's like her name now. her name now. I don't remember her actual name. I'll just call her Zendaya or Zendaya, whatever. And yeah, so overall, she was just supposed to be the romance, but they kind of just got rid of it. After Wonka drank the potion, that kind of like just moved on from it. She did say that I kind of like done with you now, because mostly she's off to do her own thing in the end of the movie. So she just does so she's just now on her own for the third part, because afterwards. And then we got the other characters, like the villains, the Jabba the Hutt guy, the guy that sits in that black gooey pool hot tub. Spoiler: he dies because the thing that was connecting him is supposed to be kind of like his what he's used to breathe, and then I think the Christopher Lloyd's army kind of sliced it off and just let him to die, and then Wonga with the match just flat out cut his throat off. So that's kind of how he died in the end. So it was kind of like there. Drax, I know it's not the same actor. Drax is kind of like useful in the first one, but after the second one, I think this one kind of felt like a downgrade. I mean, he was like pointless now, because the nephew kind of took over his role in the movie. So, and overall, because he felt like he felt like he was gonna get replaced, because he barely did anything. Because mostly, it's like, show yourself, and then when he see Wonka again, he decided, you know what, I'm out of here. He just ditches and didn't even bother finding him. He did find his, I think it's supposed to be his father's, and no, his father's died. So, and then mostly someone he knew in his land in the first movie, but I don't remember his name. Hey, he did show him like halfway through in the movie, and decided to stay with him. He was like, oh, he's trouble now. And then some other searches there. So, anyways, and yeah, so his nephew actually felt useful more than Drax, and kind of felt better, and sadly he dies from Wonka Yusuke, and just because they had the sword fight, and decided they both should have a fight, and then for some other reason that's his cousin. Okay, and he just killed him. Moving on. So anyways, overall, I think, and there's some other characters like Christopher Lloyd. He's just there. He doesn't really useful until like the end of the movie, and mostly everything else. The other characters from the want to do Green Parasite, we got the army. I think freeing them or something. I think that was the ones we were saving, but not like the ones. But yeah, overall, yeah, that's pretty much it. So overall, I think, what are my thoughts on the characters? Some felt useful, but the downside is they either died or got downgraded. But for me, at least they are still useful in the universe, and overall, it's just a better. Yeah, but at least they did good in the movie. Overall, I think we should do something useful for our lives. I mean, overall, I think we should just do something and just embrace our awful reviews. Just think about it. Yeah, reviews are trash, but who the hell cares? Anyways, okay. What are my thoughts on Dune 2? So overall, Dune Part 2 is a great movie. It is a great movie. It is a great movie as a process to the first one, and it actually helps the continued story. And we hope we'll see more in the cliffhanger since the into Part 3, which probably comes out in 2027 or something. Well, I mean, it turns out it's our about who the hell cares about that movie. So, anyways, what are my recommendations? I should have watched the first one first, because they do not recap. They do not tell you what happened in Dune Part 1. Here's everything that happened in Dune Part 1. Yeah, they're not telling you that. It just continues the story forward. And that's all you need to know. Watch that first if you haven't seen it yet, before you see the second movie. So overall, that's all you need to know. So what am I rating? My rating for this movie, I give it a 9. I would give it a 10, but it was close. So close. But I'm giving it a 9, just for it to be safe. Sorry. So, yep. And now I can see 5 months of doing this is just the same old thing. So, now what? I might as well talk to Mickey. And then maybe we'll see more movies coming out in March. Because this is my comeback, man. My comeback. So let me get this straight, Mickey. We've been gone for 5 months, and now you have this new look right here. I always ask myself this question now after the review ended. What's that? What's gonna happen with our intro? I don't know, and I don't care. What do you mean you don't care? You had your old design, and now you have a new look, and you're just gonna change now? Yep, pretty much. Now what? There's still a chance to review one of the movies. Which one? Those movies came out months ago, and I missed out a lot. Actually, there was still one left. The one on Peacock. And it's been a while since I reviewed bad movies, so you might as well watch a bad one today. Bad movies? We haven't reviewed one since Really Gilvin. Yep, pretty much. And what about Man of Women? Hell no. Alright. So anyways, what now? Go on Peacock, and then you'll see some bad movies over there. You might find the one movie that you should watch. Really? I don't know. Well, either the choice you have. Whatever it is, I might as well check it out. Thanks for that. What should we, I think, you should ask Megan mine. Check it out. Really? Okay. I should ask him about the movie. So anyways, I'll go on Peacock and maybe I'll check it out. Alright. See ya. See ya. Ooh, it's good to be back once again.